Yo, what's going on, fellas? Hey, welcome back to BlitzPackage. Hey, it's college football. It's week two. Week one is in the books. Some smiling, some not. I'm your boy JUS Blaze. I'm here with the crew. What's going on, Easy? How you living?
Hey man, I'm doing good, man. It's a new week, so opportunities, man, opportunities. That's all I'm gonna say.
Night, I can tell by your background. You're smiling, but how you doing, brother?
I'm all right, man. I want to be like easy. I want to be optimistic. You know what I'm saying? It's a new week. It's a new week. So
It's a new week. Hey, football is a long season, okay? If everything was over after week one, a lot of people would be happy and sad at the same time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Okay. All right. So let's just jump into it. Night. Biggest winner, biggest loser from week one. We're gonna jump right into it.
I'm gonna start with the biggest loser, right? And I'm just
Okay.
gonna talk about the elephant in the room, and that's Alabama. Um, yeah, yeah, gotcha.
I'm with
Um,
you. I'm with you.
but in the same breath, the biggest winner probably be Florida State. Man, they've shown some certain improvement, and um, it's kind of good to see Florida State being back. And I hate to see the way that Alabama went out, but hey, it's football. Any given Saturday, and in this case, any given Sunday as well. So, biggest winner, Florida State. Biggest loser, Alabama.
Hey, easy. Biggest winner, biggest loser.
I mean, I gotta agree with Knight on that one. It's a non-conference game, so it doesn't have as much impact. For Florida State, it was great for them because they got into the top 25 out of nowhere. They were a tragic team last year. Mike Norvell probably saved his job, even though they got a huge payout, so he's probably good anyway. And Alabama was maybe the biggest surprise, and the fans were not happy. I'll tell you that.
Oh, oh. Hey, I listened to the call in to Paul Feinbaum show. Yeah, I know I don't how I feel about Paul Feinbaum, but when Alabama lose, that is some of the funniest stuff when you listen to callers call in because he just let them talk. He don't interrupt them. He just let them talk. Man, that they hot down there.
Yeah, but that coach got a nice little buyout, so they're gonna have to sit there and chill.
Yeah,
Hey, it's
they talking about they
seventy
trying to get a
million dollar
petition
buyout.
going. Yeah, they trying to get a petition going to get him out. I'm like, God,
Who
dog. But
gonna
that's
pay it? That's not Texas. That's not oil money. They can't do what they did with Jimbo Fisher and A&M. Ain't no money down there in Alabama.
And I don't know if they thought they had their guy, man. But hey, that's some big shoes to fill. I'll say that.
I tell you what's funny though. What's funny for me, and too bad that fourth guest ain't here to hear me say this. Shout out to PAT. It's funny how the Alabama job came down to Mike Norvell and
Kellen DeBoer.
um
Was it?
Kevin DeBoer, and they chose Kevin DeBoer over Norvell. I just think that was kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? Mike said, "Oh, y'all can come to my house. Y'all chose him. Okay, what's up?
Yeah, let me get back real quick.
Uh, let me know how that worked out for you." All right, so my biggest winners and biggest losers. Okay, I actually agree with the biggest loser with you guys, but I don't agree with the biggest winner. I'm gonna throw a little curve at you. I think the biggest winner is the team that really showed out this week but didn't get ranked, and that's Georgia Tech.
nah. Don't pull for Georgia Tech. Nah, because
Oh, hold on, I picked Georgia Tech to win the game, did I not?
I smacked.
but I'm where I was going was last year. Y'all didn't want to believe me.
But hey, it's the reason it's called last year, night. This is the reason why it's called. Why you bringing up old stuff?
Okay, remember when you say that.
I'm just
Them
saying.
championships, that's old stuff.
Oh wow, that's what we're going to.
You said it, not
Hey,
me.
hey, that win last season was old stuff. So remember, don't that's old stuff.
Okay, but that loss this week or last week, that's new stuff.
No, it's not. It's old. That was last week. It was
Nah,
last week.
cuz this season.
Hey, like we said, Bliss Vegas is your favorite podcast with a lot of shots, a lot of jabs, and with a little bit of football. Make sure you like and subscribe. But that's old stuff. Easy, tell me that's old stuff.
Hey man, there's a lot of truth being said. I I can't go against that right now because just last time we was on, we said ACC you got to represent out here, and what I seen is we talk the noise and we the ones taking the L. So I mean,
you know something? The ACC. And I did the numbers for y'all guys real quick. We're gonna take a small pivot. So this week one, okay, the ACC had 7 matchups. We talked about that last week. They had a shut up or put up a shut up on. They went 3-4. We went 3-4. If you break that down real crazy, we went 1-0 against the Independent. We went 2-0 against the Big 12, which means we went 1-3 against. No, we went 2-1 against the Big 12. We went 1-3 against the SEC. Okay, so we 3-4. That's this week one. We got some more matchups in week 2. The SEC went 4-2 against the other Power 4 this week 1. Big 10 went 1-1. Big 12 went 2-2. You know what I'm saying? Against Power 4. So it's out there like that. It is what it is, easy.
Yeah. I mean, in Dabo's interview, they asked him about it and he kind of pivoted because he didn't want to answer that. But I mean,
he didn't pivot. He told the truth.
Yes,
we talking the truth. We telling the truth, right?
He told the truth, but he dodged the question.
When he didn't dodge the question.
They brought up the record.
When
they brought up the record, what did he say? Well, you trying to fit a narrative, but what about all the other good things we did?
No, what his exact words was, if that's the narrative you want to put out there, follow that narrative. That's fine. But he said we're the only team that has a winning record against the other Power 4 schools that's not in that conference, which is a fact.
Yes, that's a fact. We ain't talking about the other conferences, though. That's what I'm saying. We're not talking about that.
He has a winning record against the SEC as a head coach.
Okay.
As a head coach?
Yeah. What did they talk about? What was his question? Didn't he say in the last 10 games? Was it 3-7 or
Yes, we've won 3 games in the last 10 against the SEC.
That was what he said. Now, if we take it in totality, yes, we got 2 chips.
I mean, how you gonna stop at 10 instead of take the whole totality? You cutting off like 8 games.
I get that, but we talking about recent.
So 10 is recent, but 18 is not. Okay.
No, all I'm saying,
old stuff.
All he was
but 10 old stuff.
Same thing that Fon Bombi saying, because he wrote Dabo off like last year, and they made the playoffs. Now,
Okay, let me ask you a question. Okay, why is it that only ACC teams get talked about when they lose to SEC teams, but no one talks about when SEC teams consistently lose to ACC teams? LSU lost to Florida State twice, which include a 2-10 Florida State team.
They talked about LSU and how many home openers did they lost.
No, hold on. What you just said? You said openers. You didn't say lose to the ACC, brother. They fit the narrative when they talks about ACC schools playing SEC schools. When is the SEC school losing to an ACC school, they don't say, "Oh, this team lost to the ACC this many times."
ACC. We're not talking about all ACC. All teams ain't built the same, brother.
Thank you.
Clemson is a different animal. The expectation, best is the standard. And I will tell you what we showed the best.
Okay, so LSU is not a predominant team that loses to the same ACC teams 2 years in a row. That's below average. We don't need to talk about that because we don't need to fit that narrative.
Because Florida State is a high caliber football program, regardless of their record. You got to understand that they're a legacy program. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts. But what I'm saying is they don't put it as LSU lost to Florida State twice.
Okay,
they just put it as LSU lost openers.
Let me ask you this. What conference does TCU play in?
TCU, Big 12.
Right, and you got BTA. UNC got BTA to TCU.
Not only that, they had all the star-studded Michael Jordan, Lawrence Taylor. I mean,
Petey Pablo was out there. But understand this.
Didn't Prime do the same thing for Colorado his first game at home? He did. Belichick doing the same thing. He trying to get the buzz around the football team. He knew he was going to lose that game. Everybody knew he was going to lose that game. Nobody picked North Carolina.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. But
they're part of the ACC.
Yeah,
and that's what we're talking about. That's the only reason why I reference it.
They had so much hype. He was getting more interviews.
Close your mouth, Terrell. Close your mouth. Close your mouth.
Yo. I don't appreciate these shots that's coming out this way. Yo, because
being said out here, man. And I'm with you, Blaze. I'm with you.
But what I'm saying is the whole point is that when they talked about LSU losing, they kept saying openers. They didn't say LSU lost to ACC teams back to back and can't lose for a third time. Why wasn't that the narrative? Night, I'm talking to you, Mr. SEC. Why wasn't that the narrative? It was instead of openers.
Their narrative was they were giving the ACC props instead of shutting down the SEC. Better take the wins where you can.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and do this, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. We're gonna get a little. We're gonna try not to get long-winded. I'm watching the clock. Okay. We're gonna talk a quick reference about our teams. We're gonna go ahead and start since we talk about ACC. We'll go ahead and talk about Clemson, and then we'll get over to Knight and his Gamecocks in the SEC. Okay, all right. And Knight, I did that respectfully since y'all did win. I can't take no shots right at the moment. Okay, so easy. I know you like to get long winded, and me and you don't see eye to eye when we watch game film. So, do you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Yeah, I can go first.
Okay, because I know we're not going to agree.
Okay, well, I'll say this: our major issue with the team right now is our running game, 100%.
Okay,
31 yards is no championship team is winning ball game like that, becoming one dimensional. And to be honest, there was a lot that I liked. I like the way the defense played. I like the way Will Help came in there, and I think he had the only sack of the game. But play calling as well, because it looked like LSU from an offensive standpoint. I mean, Nussmeier was getting the ball out in like just over 2 seconds, right? Because he knew that pass rush was coming, so he took Parker out of the game, he took Woods out of the game, and he said, "Okay, the rest of y'all got to beat me." And when it came down to it, defense held up as long as they could. We could not get no running game going. The offensive line does not seem to be as nice as I thought it was. But I mean, that's my takeaway from the game, man. If we had a running game and was not one dimensional, it's probably a different game. Now, K did make some poor decisions, right? But
okay.
I mean, that's kind of where I stand with it, man.
Okay. So, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right. So, the running game wasn't the problem, and he went away. See how you do that, Knight? Running game wasn't the problem from a we couldn't run the ball standpoint. The running game was a problem from a play calling standpoint. Our offensive coordinator abandoned one. Do you know how many rush attempts we had for the whole game, and how many was in the second half?
I did say play calling, didn't I?
Yeah. So we had 20 rush attempts for the game. We had 3 in the second half. Hear when I said that 3 in the second half. Okay. Now LSU had 31 rush attempts for the whole game. And honestly, if you go back and watch the film and everything, outside that 50-yard run, they literally ran 2 yards a carry. We ran 1.8. They ran 2 yards a carry. So defense showed up for Clemson. But outside of play calling, it was literally on Cade. And the offensive line wasn't as big of an issue as Cade rushing and running out the pocket too fast. Because if you go back and watch the film, Cade literally runs, and if he stands in there and just throws the ball, he would have hit Tyler Brown for two wide open touchdowns because Tyler Brown was beating the safety. Tyler Brown was beating the safety twice, and the game will be over. Cade played like crap, and when your quarterback plays bad, I don't care if you're a Super Bowl championship winning quarterback. If you play like trash that day, that's just a bad day. It's not gonna look bad.
I don't disagree with what you're saying, but as the game progressed and we became one dimensional, the defense knew that, right? They were rushing.
Yeah.
So they were getting through that line, but
yeah.
Cade, he was rushing out of the pocket. Sometimes, like he had a couple of nice runs, right? But when I was looking at the runs where he was picking up those first downs, I was like, you didn't have to do all that. But I'm glad you got the first, but you ain't have to do all that.
No.
So I
No. And then and our coach called out the offensive coordinator in his interview, say, hey, look, he got to do better. Point blank. It was like the only thing that was good about everything they hyped up about Clemson this year going into this weekend was Tom Allen, and the defense showed up. They was on field too long. We literally had a ball as an offense for 22 minutes in the whole game. They was on field long, but they still only gave up 110 yards rushing. That's a good day.
And the offense didn't do nothing for them in the second half.
No. So they got to tighten up and everything. Now you got some sprinkles in here, or you good? You got anything you want to add, sir?
No, I mean, some of the issues that y'all face, we face as well. So I mean, it's going to just be overlap when I talk about the Gamecocks.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and get into the Gamecocks then, because I got 2 cents for that. Not bad 2 cents, but I got some 2 cents on that one.
Yeah, defensively, I think we have a few struggles, but 3 field goals and a safety. I can deal with the 3 field goals. I can't really deal with the safety, only because there's some holes in our offensive line. And some of our players, especially on defense, need to be more attentive to situational awareness, especially when it comes to fielding and where you are. That put us in a bad spot when we were trying to bring the ball out of the end zone. That's just a bad position to be in regardless, but potentially just holding the ball in the end zone after the interception could have resulted in more positive yardage. But there's certainly some holes in our offensive line, but I think Lenoris, when he locks in second half, he locks in and can make some groundbreaking plays to get us those first downs and kind of continue to propel the momentum. But defensively, we gotta be a little bit more aware. And offensively, with a number of different schools as well, not just South Carolina, but we need to work on ball control. Catch the ball, pull it in, don't juggle. Try your best not to juggle. Don't let that ball move a centimeter because they're going to rule it not a catch. So that wasn't our greatest display, but for a season opener, I'm certainly happy we got the W. Also happy that we were able to kind of work out some kinks, and we'll continue to do that even this weekend as we face South Carolina State.
Yeah, to me, what's scary about that game is it wasn't y'all's best game, but red zone defense was pretty much on point. Forced 2 turnovers, so the defense was, they didn't have a whole 4 quarters of a good game, but
right.
they kept them out of the no offensive touchdowns. I mean,
right.
It's on your offense at that point. So
yeah, Virginia Tech shot itself in the foot a lot on offense, a lot. And some of it was caused by South Carolina, but some of it was just them just doing dumb shit. Let's just be real. Okay. South Carolina defense did play good. Not surprisingly good. I mean, we all kind of expected South Carolina to go in there and do their thing. I would like to say this positive thing, which I hope is not positive in November night, just being honest. But look like Lenoris is trying to sit back there and actually be a passer this year, where last year he was just like, I'm gonna go out there and play football.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, I don't believe in receiving core. Virginia Tech sitting there is not the best, but he is sitting back there he's sitting back there like, okay, I'm gonna read the defense. I'm gonna try to take what's gonna give me. The boy playing good now. I mean, I'm not gonna be a complete hater, but
right.
I think
209 passing yards.
Yeah,
he outplayed Beck. Yeah, 209 passing yards.
Yeah,
but I will say this, Terrell. I will say this in regards.
I just don't believe in their receiving core. That's all.
That's fine, but what he has established for himself just in that game is he's getting timing down, and
yes.
he's really figuring out like game time timing for routes that he wants his receivers to run. So that's just more things for film, locker room discussions, and kind of outside of the team. Just, hey, let's run this. Let's look at this. Let's pay attention to this. just as a leader on the team, and you have the other members that you want to work with in your receiving core. So I think it was a great experience, great exposure.
Oh yeah.
And he's going to try to do that because there's a lot of tape on him already. So you got to do what's unexpected, right? They don't expect him to sit back in the pocket and kind of open out and spread out the offense. So
right.
All right.
A lot of teams are expecting him to run. So
yeah, a lot of people are going to expect him to run, and the thing is, you can't disrespect his legs. You got to still respect him enough to have that spy on him, as consistently, maybe not every down, but consistently, and just kind of be like, we're gonna want you to beat us with your arm, kind of thing. But he did play good, you know what I'm saying? So before we get to week 2 matchups and big games, let me ask you this, both of you guys, this. So even though Virginia Tech lost the game, they looked good. Miami looked good beating Notre Dame, even though I told y'all I didn't believe in Notre Dame's offense. All y'all took, Notre Dame.
you can't trust Miami either, though.
But I mean, does the ACC look like there's a deeper league than it was going into the preseason?
FSU actually showing up and being physical, that really kind of changed the course to me, right? Because I was not even counting them. I was counting it as like a 2-horse race. Clemson, Miami. Now you got Florida State, and Virginia Tech is much improved. But
Hold on, you didn't count SMU before the season?
Well, SMU too, yeah, SMU too. But what I'm saying is, Virginia Tech. Nobody's counting Virginia Tech, but they're a very much improved team. I'm still waiting to see. Georgia Tech. They did what I expected them to do. I didn't expect Colorado to be world beaters, especially losing the Heisman trophy winner, and also starting a new quarterback and not having a defense. So
I don't think the Heisman Trophy winner would have helped giving up 300 yards rushing. But that's just
like I said, you don't have a defense, and he's not coming down there and putting a hat on anybody. But yeah. So I mean, there's a lot to like. The conference is stronger, but I'm not going to sit up here and act like we got SEC, power.
It's the SEC deep. Don't do that. The SEC is not deep. Don't do that. It's
Right.
never been deep. It's not deep. No Diddy, pause, whatever you want to say. It's never been a deep league. It's been about 4 teams at the top.
Well, I will say this: they got 4 teams at the top. But if you look at it, because they're giving Texas so much love, and I guess we can talk about that if we want to. But
hey man, hey, they say Archie's up. We ain't supposed to talk about Archie no more.
Man, God, they wrote that man out quick, bro. But
nah.
Hey,
I'm Knight, you got anything? If not, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something real quick. You got something?
No, I don't want to count the ACC out, and I don't want to say that they don't have the depth and breadth to kind of be contentious within their own conference, but as well as the other conferences as well. I don't want to say that, but what I will say is the ACC has a lot of climbing to do with some of their outlier teams, and I think they're fully capable of climbing and reaching certain heights this season and beyond. So
It's going to be interesting when it comes down to if the teams that we're talking about in the ACC continue on the level they are on, and they only maybe losing to the other teams in the top of the conference that we're talking about. It's going to be interesting when it comes CFP time, when when they're separating the ACC and the Big Ten. As much as we hate to say it, the SEC gonna get their 4 teams in, but whether the Big Ten gets 4 again or maybe 3, and they split those spots up a little bit more, it's gonna be very interesting as the season go on.
Yeah. The only reason I say what I say, Blaze, about the SEC, because I'm not no SEC lover at all. But when we have these games, we have opportunities, and we got these head-up matchups, and we don't, as a conference, we don't represent well. And then, we go to the bowl game like SMU, man. They lost the ACC, they got into the playoffs, and they got smacked, right, when they in the bowl game. I mean,
that's a positive. But only thing I can say into that, and we got to go move on, is that most of the ACC teams that lost to SEC teams really didn't get smacked. Because I mean, the Virginia Tech South Carolina game was a lot closer into that fourth quarter punt return, and then it's just the door open at the last minute. I mean, Syracuse got smacked. Syracuse got smacked. They were down 17 and made it look good at the end, but they got smacked. Clemson didn't really get smacked. I mean, they lost is lost, but the thing is that the games wasn't the blowouts, which makes it a little more stomachable.
Shit, UNC, BTA.
But that's not an SEC team. They played the Big 12. We'll talk about the SEC.
Still, y'all got smacked, cuz. I'm just kidding. I just got to throw that one in there. Boy.
Hey, like I said last week, don't worry about Belichick on year one. You got to worry about him in year two. Man. Better get him while you can.
Why? Because it's a girl from front of you legal? Oh, my bad.
Hey, moving on. Okay, matchups to week 2. They mess with you, night. Hey, man, some big matchups since we talk about outer conference matchups. We got Michigan going down to Oklahoma. Shout out to Coach V out there. Game day is going to be there. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see is Oklahoma for real or is Michigan for real? You know, playing Powder Puffs week 1 make things look easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Is this the only ranked matchup of the weekend?
No, it's not. We got a couple other ones.
Okay.
It's not.
Yeah, Brent V, man, got to turn that ship around, man. Got to turn that ship around. So, I'm hoping for it. This is a winnable game. I mean, like you said, they play Powder Puffs. Michigan, you know, they always in jail. I mean, they always in trouble about something. So
they always sanctioned.
Yeah.
Actually, Easy, I did lie. That is the only ranked versus ranked matchup. Yes, it is the only ranked versus ranked matchup. Now we got some other matchups with ranked versus non-ranked. You know, kind of decent rival games, but this is the only ranked versus ranked game.
Oh yeah, like that Iowa State. So so they got all the real heaters out week 1 to shake up the rankings and then kind of just let things lay how they will. But
yeah, I mean, week 2 is definitely going to be that week where you're gonna pick and choose what games you're watching. You gonna watch your team, and then in between that, you might pick one. You might say, "Hey, look, I can get the yard done at this time because the game gonna be on a little bit later."
Mm-hmm.
You know, that kind of stuff. Okay, week 2 is always kind of a cupcake week. Usually it's week 1 and week 2, but you know they switch it up.
All those that have parlays on will be watching intently.
Yeah, and for those who need help with their parlays, there's this little podcast called Easy Calls It. Yeah. But be careful because we had a complaint last week.
Yeah. Don't judge me. Don't judge me off week 1, man. Everybody look good on paper, but now we got some film, we got some tape out here.
Yo, so now what you think about this matchup, man? We're gonna see if this freshman quarterback from Michigan worth all them dollars.
Whether he is or not, it don't bother me a bit. But I would like to see Michigan actually make some noise. I mean, they've had some adversity off the field. They got a lot of sanctions against them right now, so it's imperative that they kind of shake up the rankings and kind of shake up their conference in a positive way. I'll say it like that. But yeah, I just hope Oklahoma can make some noise because Brent V been out there for a couple years and it hasn't been very soluble for you, boy. It's been
it's what, year 4 for Coach V?
Possibly 3, if not 4.
Yeah, I think it's 4. I think it's year 4. So yeah, he might be on a little warmer out there.
Well, you know, if things don't continue to go well with your OC, he can always come back and be offensive coordinator at Clemson.
Offensive coordinator?
He don't do no offense, man.
Well, clearly he don't do defense either. But I'm saying, there's gonna be a job at Clemson.
Boy had the lay. Boy had the lay.
Yo. Yo, you know something, Nate? I can't do it with you. You know something, bump that. We're not even gonna talk no more about these games. We're just gonna start picking them, okay? We're gonna just start. Okay, this is the only ranked matchup in the we're just gonna start picking some games, okay? But who
Okay.
do you got, Nate? You got Michigan or you got Boomer Scooter?
No, I
Boomer
ain't going no
Scooter,
boomer
Boomer
schooner.
Scooter. Okay,
Let's go Wolverines.
okay. I'm taking Oklahoma just because I got hit up by my cousin out there in St. Louis in the military. He been a Michigan fan ever since we were kids. He's only 2 years older than me, and I'm just picking against him just for fun. Cause I know you're gonna listen to the podcast. I'm picking against you just for fun.
Here we go, man. Both teams look decent playing the Powder Puffs last week. I'm gonna go with Michigan. I just want to see that coach. You know, I want him to stay in that seat. And I think if it don't go well, he's gonna be out of there quick.
That's one thing I will say. I don't think he's gonna get out of there quick. Okay, especially after all the sanctions that came out and everything, he might have a seat for a couple more years, about 3, 4 more years.
They need somebody to blame it on.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, Kansas, Missouri. This is a sneaky good game. That quarterback from Kansas, if he stays healthy, he is going to start getting noticed quick. But I'm taking Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
Yeah, I can't roll with the Jayhawks, man. I'm gonna go with Missouri on this one.
Okay,
They at the crib.
I ain't pulling for no other Tigers.
That is right. They the other Tigers. They won last week too, didn't it? Give me
They
Missouri.
play a power puff.
And I say we all we care about is
It's W's and L.
W's in it.
Okay, all right. We got Oklahoma State and Oregon playing in Oregon. I'm going to take the Ducks on this one.
Yeah, I gotta
Take the Ducks.
gotta take the Ducks. If I ain't got no points to go with, I gotta take the Ducks, man.
Yeah, that's a clean sweep. I'm gonna go Oregon.
Okay.
Isn't Buddy
All right,
still out
now,
there?
yeah, Gundy's still out there. He gonna retire soon though. I just feel it. Everything keep going bad out there. Um, Knight, we're going to your side of the country, man. We got Ole Miss and Kentucky playing at Kentucky. I honestly think if Bob Stoops don't do something this year, he gonna get fired. But I got Ole Miss.
Yeah. Ole Miss
Yeah, give me the Rebels.
they gotta get their get back, man. Ain't no way they get embarrassed again, bro.
Okay. We was just talking about this team, so we got Vandy going into Virginia Tech.
This is a good one. This is a good one.
Give me
I'm going
Vanderbilt.
with the gobble gobbles,
The what?
the hokey pokey gobble gobbles, turkey.
Pause on that. I'm gonna go with Vandy.
Blasphemy, blasphemy. Can't believe you took Vandy.
Hey man, they surprised a lot of people last year, man.
That was last year. You bringing up old stuff.
It was. But
We got Boston College going to Michigan State.
man, I'm gonna feel disappointed, man, if not. But I'm gonna go Boston College. No, yeah, I'm gonna go Boston College.
Okay.
Gotta get that.
Now who you taking, man?
Give me Michigan State.
Okay. All right. Arizona State and Mississippi State. Now I already know who you taking, but I need it for the record, sir.
Who you think I'm taking, Cub?
He taking them Sun Devils, brother. Tell me I'm wrong.
Nah, you ain't wrong.
Either who you got, man.
I'm right with him.
Okay, it's a clean sweep on the Sun Devils. All right. Illinois, I'm sorry. Illinois going to play at Duke.
Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois.
And that made me change my pick. I'm gonna clean sweep the Illinois with y'all.
Yeah.
I want to believe in Manny Diaz, but I can't do it.
Yeah, it looked like a coin flip on the line side of the game.
And last but not least, we got a rivalry game in week 2. We got Iowa and Iowa State. I'm going with the Cyclones.
Give me Iowa State.
Yeah, Iowa State, man.
Okay, clean sweep on that, man. Hey, this so y'all know what the record is. So PAT won week 1 in the standings by 1 game. He went 5-4. The three of us went 4-5. Okay. That Miami saved your boy. Miami, wait, rest of y'all picking Notre Dame. The Miami saved your boy. If not, I've been down in the cellar by myself. But now I got company, so I appreciate it.
I thought we only picked 8 games. What game did I must not have wrote one down.
Nice. I gotta start keeping score myself, bro. Because
1, 2, 3, 4.
Cause I picked Texas, Clemson, Notre Dame,
Yeah.
Carolina, Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia Tech, and TCU. Texas lost, Clemson lost, Notre Dame lost, Alabama lost.
We picked the
Carolina.
Georgia Tech, Colorado game.
I put Georgia Tech.
We missing a game somewhere. I go back and get it. I got you. But still, no matter what, because the Florida State win, Pat still 1 game in front of all of us.
who?
Pat, PAT, that dude. He be on late. He's a point afterthought.
Come again, say what?
Come again, say what?
Hey, man, hey. Night closes out, brother.
Hey, man, another exciting week of football. We here. Tell a friend to tell a friend, but don't forget to tell a friend, tell your auntie too. You know what I'm saying? We here, we live, we in charge. Let's have it, baby. Let's go.
Hey, it's already been said. I ain't got nothing left. Easy.
Statement wins. That's all I need. Is statement wins. That's it.
Hey, I need you to like and subscribe and share with your friends that Night told you to tell another friend about. That's all I need. Hey, this BlitzPackage. I'm Night. That's easy.
Yeah.
You
And
see
I'm
his
Blaze.
face? Yo, I told you. A lot of trash talk and a little bit of football. We out.
All right.
Oh.